Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope y'all like my modified intro. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Today, we're going to be talking about inheritance and interfaces. This is continuing our Dusty programming series. What's good, AL? This is, like I said, this is continuing our Dusty programming series. And today we're going to talk about, like I said, we're going to talk about inheritance, which is pretty much the ability to use the public properties of another class, as long as the class is public. And interfaces is kind of like a special contract that says you have to have a number of properties, variables, or methods depending on what your interface is. But yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I made a playlist. This is my third Dusty software programming video. If you want to catch up on the other two, I made a playlist and it's in my and it's under Dusty software. If you want to catch up on the other two live streams I did about C sharp. All right, let me switch programs and we can get started. See here, go to code.exe. All right, now when we left off, where we left off, I was showing you how to. I was going over the basics of object-oriented programming, and we made our own person class. As you see here. This person class had a first name, last name, gender, enum type. The enums up here, notice it's separate from the class, which means you can actually put this in another class if you wanted to. But for the purposes here, we're going to use it just for the person type. So as you come in, be sure to hit the like button, share, subscribe if you haven't already. So we're going to actually expand on this. So what we're going to do is Control New, Control N, and we're going to save this as what are we going to call this class? Hmm. Um, we're going to call this hmm, we're going to call this class. Hmm. Call this the Black Human class. And this is all in the same namespace. So we're going to say, as I said, we're talking about inheritance today with C sharp. So we're going to create a public class, Black Woman. And I'm going to say colon person. And what this basically does is allow us to black woman inherits from the person class, which actually means that all these public properties are in the black woman class. Yes, even gender. And actually, you're gonna see why I'm getting rid of this in a minute. I'm going to have to change my programs.cs2. Just give me a second. I got to. Yeah, we're gonna dump this most of this starting class for now. We're gonna rewrite it, save it, and let me take care of my constructor. Get rid of all that. If you want to learn more about enums, you can look at my last video. But in this video, we're gonna do something a little bit different with this. Now, as you can see, we got a first name and a last name, and delete that because we don't need that anymore. I'll save this, and first name and last name, and this and all the public properties that you saw in person class are inherited by the black woman class. You don't believe me? We're going to actually, I'll actually show you. All right. Let's start with a Dusty Person console. But first, we're going to create black woman. I'll call this variable woman. And create new. I didn't show this in my last video, but as of C#10, you can actually do this. You don't have to actually write the whole class out anymore. You can just say new, first name, Keisha, last name equals, let's give him a common last name, Johnson. Now we're going to actually write this out onto write this in our program. Right line, and we're going to add a $sign so we can do our string literal magic. Her first name is dot first name. Her last name is Lynn. Sorry, Lynn dot last name. Make sure I got that right. Am I getting any errors? No, I don't have any errors. All right, we're going to save that. And we're going to pull up our terminal, which is our command line. And we are going to say .NET Run. Going to take a little bit to compile, but we're going to have a program here in just a little bit. Those of you that are just now coming in, be sure to hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, if so inclined, the Cash App and support the channel. All right, that should be done. Uh-oh, got an error. Part of programming, folks. All right, where's my error? Okay. Part of programming, folks. If you don't get an error every now and then, you ain't trying. All right, let's save that. And we're gonna run that again. Oh, failed again. Crap. What's wrong now? All right, let me look at this. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a string. You got to make sure you yeah, these programming languages are very case sensitive. Got to make sure you type them in correctly. This is part of the process, folks. If you can't handle your errors, you ain't got no business in this field. All right, that should compile. It doesn't. What's wrong now? Um, all right. Just say, let's see if that fixes the problem. Um, let's see if that fixes my problem. Oh, it did. It did compile. Okay. All right. Let's let's do this again because it did compile. I just didn't see it. As you can see, Dusty Person's console. Her first name is Keisha. Her last name is Johnson. Now, let me make this a little cleaner. Save that. Now let's compile this again. Once we exit out of the program, of course. Uh, .NET Run. Now, as you can see, what I actually did here is that little clear function actually clears out the console so you can actually focus on what the program is trying to tell you. Nice little trick. All right, exit. Now we're back to our command. Now let's play with this a little bit more. Now, you notice at the beginning of this live stream, I actually deleted this enum for gender that I had for gender. There's an enum for gender. I had a public property for that, but I deleted it. And there's a specific reason why I deleted that. And in languages like C++ and Python, you can have what is called. Wait a minute. Let me pull up my other program to kind of describe this for you. All right. As I said, in languages like C++, you have what is called multiple inheritance. Uh, Inheritance. And what? I know I didn't spell that right. Let's spell check that. And what a multiple inheritance allowed you to do is, let's say you had a person. Let me do this on something else. All right, let me copy this. Go to CodePad. As I said, there's multiple inheritance I like to do. Let's say you had a person class. You could do. Then you had. Let's see, black woman class. You're gonna see why I'm using black women in a minute. You could do crazy stuff like, let's say we wanted to create. Uh, let's say we wanted to create a strag. Let's say we wanted to create a strag class. Let's say we want to create a strag class. Well, in languages like C++, drag can inherit from person and black woman and window. Now, even in C this is disastrous on so many levels. Even the C++ world, this kind of multiple inheritance is very discouraged. Even in the C++ world, the veteran C++ uh, programmers despise don't do multiple inheritance. In C#, the language we're working in right now, we have what is called single inheritance. I didn't spell that right. Here is what it is, which means black woman can only inherit from person and that's it. Now, sometimes you want to have, sometimes you want to implement methods that may be in another class or a variable property that may be in another class, and you want to implement that, but you don't, but it's not in the class you inherited from. Well, you got two choices. You can write it in the class yourself, or you could do what we're about to do right now. Let's go back to our program. And we're going to create a new file. I'm going to save it as the istrag.cs. I know I'm not shit for this, but y'all will get the ideas. And we have these things called public interface. And this public interface it will be called, like I said, this public interface is going to be called istrag. And we're going to now there's a caveat to the public. A class can inherit from as many interfaces as it wants to, but it just can't inherit from another class. Now, interfaces are structured a little bit different from class. All you're basically doing is defining a method that will be a public property in whatever inherits from this interface. So we're going to find a void, which is a method that doesn't return anything. Let's go call it strag. Sync. Semicolon. We're going to save that. And we're going to go to our blackwoman.cs. And we're going to say, comma, istrag. And actually with that, now actually let me show you something. Let's save that. Now let me show you something. We're going to run this program. We got an error. Oh no, the live stream's over. Yeah, right. All right, look. Whenever you implement it, here's the thing with an interface. Whenever you implement an interface, you have to implement the members of the interface, which means you have to say let me go to on the right file. You have to say public. So to properly implement an interface, you have to go crap. Get a quick look. Yes, we have to write that. All right. Now let us save that. And this should run. If it doesn't, we'll find out what else is wrong. See? Basic rules of interface is that you define either what the properties are, the methods you want in that interface, and okay. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. You define the properties you want in the interface, and then you have to implement them in your class. All right, let's actually add to this interface just a little bit. We're gonna say string drag comment hit. We'll introduce something else here. Nice little keyword that was added in C#9. We're working on C#10, of course. Initialize. Initialize is a special little keyword that is used for concurrent programming, and I'm going to show you what that is in just a second. All right, let's implement that into, let's go to black woman class, and we're going to string drag comment it, and we have our drag comment. Now let's go to the constructor. Let's play with our constructor here just a little bit. Black. Now I'm going to discuss with y'all something we call in the programming word called operation overloading. Uh, Give me just a second. We're going to discuss operation overloading. Let's see. Yeah, does nothing for now. Now, what we can do is actually say public. And add a string, and we're going to say thing, and we're going to have drag thing equals comment equals thing. So now we actually now have two ways to declare this object. But actually, we're going to do something a little different. We're actually going to get rid of this interface. We're going to get rid of that. Get rid of that too. You'll see why I'm doing some of this in a minute. String. Sorry, folks, I'm kind of making this up as I go. Public string. Hmm. I got a better idea. Public pool does has natural hair. And this is going to be a get or set. And unfortunately for most BWs, has natural hair equals false. Sometimes it can be true. Don't worry, I'm going to create a class for the guys in just a little bit. But what I want to do now is create a new class. and we're going to call this 85.cs. Actually, we're going to call this black 85.cs. 85 OC.cs. Now, yeah, yes, it does stand for black 85 octane, but you get the idea. All right. Public, shout out to BGS for that. Public class black 85 OC. Inherit from black woman. And I drag. Yeah, now we can implement the iStrag interface. Public string drag comment is a bit and initialize. Public void drag same, which is a method. And we're actually going to use this method. And this method, we're actually going to say write line comma independent. Now, where is my kid? Yes, I know I'm not crap for this, but hey, I'm supposed to be a dusty black man that can't build anything, right? Anyway, all right. Let us save that. Those of you just now coming in, be sure to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. All right. Now let's go back to this. We're going to go back to our program.cs. And we're going to change this up just a little bit. We're going to add another method. Void. Say hello to actual W. There. Right line. And I'm able to write right line and stuff like this because I declared this up top. All right. Yes. Now we're actually going to clear all of this out. Right line, select. Dusty person you want to meet. Colon. Right line. Natural BW equals NVW. Drag equals 85 drag equals excuse me, STG. Am I still live? Yep, I'm still live. Okay. Turn on my comments. Uh, that up just a little bit. All right. And right. Right. Shorthand with the right bar. And equals new. Here's another way to write your properties. First name equals Toya. That last name equals Franklin. There's multiple ways to do everything in C# folks, but okay. One that has natural hair is true. Now we're actually going to copy this and paste it in. All right. And we're just going to change this up a little bit. We're going to say, what did I name that class again? I always remember what you named the class, folks. What did I name that? Oh, yeah. You know what? I want to change that name. Let's see, black woman. Save that. Yeah, black 85 octane. That's a better name. Let's see the extract interfaces. Later, go back to our program. Black 85 octane. As you can see, it inherited from persons, so this can all stay the same. False. Now, ain't fill in the blank. Got a dollar sign. Programming can be a tedious process, folks. Meet. Uh, meet. The first name, comma. Here's what she thinks. Right line. Actually, when drag same, that'll automatically run. And straight line, when dot drag comment. And you're gonna see why in a minute why I'm putting all this in method. All right. Now let's work on let's say right line, say hello to woman. Oops. Dollar sign woman. First name. Here's what has to set. Oh, I almost forgot. One second, I gotta look a file up. So I make sure I'm quoting it correctly. Mm, Let's go into my. Okay, right. Exit. Go back to save. Right, exit. Start. And what's the name of this class? Hello to BW. You'll see why I'm writing this in a minute. This is part of my Dusty extension class module. Oh, if you want to write a comment below something, you can always // exit or stay program, and this will actually be let's say 0 to 85 drag BW. Now let's give the normal BW something to say. Like my natural hair. Uh-oh. Now watch the spelling, folks. I will get a compile error if I didn't fix that. All right. Now let's set this up so we can actually write. Here. Army equals read line or switch meet. And I say case, case NBW, break, case STG. Great. All right. Let's say the same local BW. Same. All right, let's save this. Are there any errors that I need to see? I don't know about. Doesn't look like I got any errors. So let's run this. See what happens. I let that run. Oops, got an error. Oh well. Well, let's see where's it. Where is it at? Okay. 39. Where's that? 39. Let's see. That should fix it. Let's run this again. Uh-oh. That. Make sure it's not anywhere else. Save it. And let's try this again. Oh, daggone it. Okay. Uh, I forgot about that. Remember how I showed you the initialization? I had how to had that little init thing on the Strad comment. Well, what that basically says is the only time I can describe that is actually is when the program is that's what it means when the program is only initialized. What did I say? Whenever you see this initialize, it means you can only define the variable when you first create the class. After that, it's a read-only property, and you won't be able to define it after that. It actually comes very in handy. It helps helps you keep your data intact. It's actually a very handy tool. But anyway, let's swing all the way back to program. Let's say let's try this again. Uh-oh. Invalid term. Uh, 52 invalid term. Oh, okay. Save that. Yeah, as I said, C# is very sensitive, folks. Oh, what's wrong now? Daggone it. It be like this sometimes. Hmm. Yeah, just give me a second, folks. I'm gonna figure this out. Hmm. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. Well, I can easily fix that. This would have been much harder error to fix in another C# time, but C# version before this. But let's see what it runs now. No, it still doesn't run. Okay. This is part of programming, folks. All right. Let me go and fix that manually for now. Uh, Now let's try this. Okay, let's try this again. There it goes. See, this is like I said, this is part of being a program for folks. All right, who y'all want to meet first? Well, I take you. I want to meet the natural BW first. BW. Plus, we don't want to exit, but we're going to exit right now. We're going to say yes and exit right now. All right. Now let's type in SGG. And of course, we want to exit. Yeah, so which one would you rather? So which dusty person would you rather meet? A strag or a natural BW? I'll take the natural BW every time. Just saying. Oh, exit out. That's right. I forgot. Let me set default to break. Right. Exit. Start. And that should fix that. Hopefully. Only one way to find out. All right. Yes, I do. Oh, sweet. I want to say all that. All right. Let me look at my code for that. Console writer. All right. Let's try this again. Let's see. We're gonna need a natural BW. Hi, y'all. All right. All right. And today we learned about inheritance and interfaces. Those of you who are just coming in, be sure to hit the like button, share, and subscribe if you're so inclined. Hit the Cash App. But yep, that's all I got for this video today. I'd like to thank everybody who came through. There will be more Dusty software tutorials in the future. Probably Saturday if my modem comes. If my modem comes in enough time. My new modem. But anyway, this has been AB Media 83, and I'm out. Y'all have a good night. Hey yo, this is AB Media 83. You like my content? You like what I do? Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to hit the notification button so you can be notified when I upload a live stream or video. If you really like this channel, hit the Cash App, support the channel, and always remember, keep it grinding, keep it pushing, keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out.